Welcome back to part 2. So for part 2 we are going to be doing the antennas and the little feet for our ladybug, and we'll be attaching those as well before we move on to the wings. So we've already got the head done, it's all sewn together, it's all finished off. So let's go ahead and dive on in. You're still going to need that body color if that's what you're using for your antennas and for your feet, okay? So whatever color that is for you, go ahead and grab that now, and your crochet hook, 3.5 millimeter if you're using the acrylic yarn as I am here, or it would be a 7 millimeter or below depending on your tension for the blanket yarn if that's what you're using, okay? All right, let's grab our body color here. Put your head off to the side. So for the legs, we need to make 6 legs. And these are very easy, but we'll be making 6 of them, okay? So I like to start with the double magic ring. So you wrap that around your fingers, these extra time here. You go under the first 2 loops, up and over that last one, bringing that last one forward to create your A. Now you pull your fingers out, so you've got your working yarn here and you're holding your ring. Yarn over with your working yarn and pull through. That gives you your slip knot to start your ring, right? Now we're going to do 4 single crochets into the magic ring. So going in through the center, yarn over, pull forward a loop, yarn over and pull through. That's a single crochet in your magic ring. Just keep doing that, okay? Going in, yarn over from the back, pull forward, yarn over and pull through. That's 3. And then 1 more. That's 4, okay? So you can see 1, 2, 3, and 4 stitches here, okay? Now as you pull your tail, you'll notice one of those 2 rings goes in. That's the one you want to grab, okay? The one that was moving in. So grab that one and pull that tight first. That pulls the other loop in. Now you can take your tail and pull that. And that just gives it an extra tightness to the center closure. So that's why I do prefer the double magic ring, but it is totally personal preference. But if you can do a single magic ring, you could do a double. Okay, now that we've got our round 1 finished, we are going to do 2 more rounds of just single crocheting around, you guys. So we've got 4 stitches and we're going to end with 4 stitches, okay? So if you want to place your stitch marker, you can do that. And then we're going to go ahead and single crochet around. Two, 3, and here's 4. Okay, replace your stitch marker and do that 1 more time. All right, so slip stitch in the next, yarn over, pull through, and then just pull through that loop on your hook. So these are the little feet, okay? Pull your loop up and then cut away the tail, giving yourself a tail to connect the foot to the body, and then pull that through your loop. So that's just finished it off. You can cut away this extra one that was from the initial magic ring that you made so you don't get confused. Okay. And there we go. So there is 1 foot. All right, so these are going to be coming out here at the back and then along the sides here for the other ones. So let's go ahead, and you need to make 6 of these, okay? So just the round 1 is the 4 single crochets in a magic ring. Rounds 2 and 3, single crocheting around. So it's just 3 rounds for each of these feet. And then you fasten them off, right? Nice and easy. So go ahead and do that now, and then come back when you've got all 6 feet, and we will start making some antennas. All right, so once you have the feet all finished, the next part is to do the antennas. So you can do an alternating color for these if you'd like, or you can stick with the body color as well. That works just as well. Okay. So we've gotten to doing the antennas. So for this one, I decided I want to go ahead and use an alternating color. So I'm going to use the same cheek color that we did down here just to kind of have a little bit of a matching area there. And that'll just tie in really nicely. Now, if you're doing a traditional ladybug, you might want to just stick with the black. This one does have the black antennas. It's very hard to pick up on the camera, but he does have his little antennas, and all his little black feet are on the bottom as well. So I am going to do this lighter pink tone. All right, so we're going to start the antennas by making a slip knot on our hook. And now we'll chain 9. So yarn over and pull through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Okay, there we go. And now single crochet along the chain. There's 7 more single crochets until you get to the bottom. And that's going to be it, you guys. It's nice and easy. These little antennas, they're just chains that you work into with on one side, only on one side, and that gives them a little curl, which is cute. Okay, and that's it. See, that gives them a little, just a little curl, which I think is perfect for an antenna. So now we can cut this away, leaving a tail. Just like that. Okay, and so you can see, you can hold it up and just kind of see how it's going to look. That's going to be super cute. I like that. Okay, so go ahead and make one more of these. So the first thing we're going to sew down are the antenna or antennae. So grab your antennae and then decide where you're going to want them. And as a reference as well. So this one I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 to 8 rows up from the eyes. So we will do the same one on this pink one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So right around here is where my antenna is going to go. And I'm going to make sure that the antennas are actually inward a little bit from the eyes. So slightly inset from the eyes, not directly above them. And then we're just whip stitching down only the bottom part. So you don't need to whip stitch the whole thing down. You want it to go free at the top. Just really tacking this all down. Tie off this end, and you'll do the same with the other end, and just make sure that's nicely fastened from both ends, tying them both off and tucking the knots on in the inside of your work. You see they kind of curl on their own, which is what I wanted. So we're just making sure we take another extra couple stitches here. And we'll tie off this end as well. And tuck that knot in as well. Okay. So there's one antenna. So then we'll do the same on the other side. I will meet you back when you've finished attaching the other antenna. Okay, so there's his little antennae. Now we're going to go ahead and flip him on his back side, and we are going to attach his little feet. Okay, so you'll notice on this one, I know it's hard to see with the with it being black, but you'll see that these two go forward like little hands, and then the 4 in the back are just spaced a little bit further apart than the ones in the front, a little bit more towards the back there. And we're going to use that line, that ridge that we left out here as our guide. So we want the feet to sit just on the inside of that ridge all the way around, okay? So let's start with the 2 in the front. You do not need to stuff these. They're so small, they don't really need any stuffing. Okay, so we're just going to have the first 2 be as like little hands on either side. Go ahead and figure out where you want that to go, and you can just start whip stitching that down. Alright, so once your leg is attached, you just need to pick up any stitch on the body since it's the same color here, and just tie off your end. Just make sure you get that whole stitch so that the knot will pop onto the inside of your work. else, and then just pop that little knot on the inside. Cut that one away. And grab your next leg. Now the next leg, put that on the other side, making sure that if you've lined it up with one eye, line it up with the other one. Just make sure that they're even on both sides, wherever that may be. You can look from the front as well, just to get a better idea of placement. And then go ahead and stitch that one down as well. So there's the first two little legs. Now we need to do the back legs on either side. And you know, place him down every so often and make sure he's still nice and steady here. So this is all before we put the wings on. We're just going to do the legs, and then we'll start on doing the wings, and we'll have to do the underwing. That's optional if you're interested in doing the underwing, or you can we'll just be attaching the overwings, and that'll be the end of that. But that's up to you. Okay, so this one is going to come out from the sides, kind of in the middle here. Okay, and this one's going to go a little bit towards the back as well. And you can place it down as you need to, just to see where it sits down on your table, because you do want it to be on the table, not sticking out, right? So you may need to go a little bit inward from that lined ridge on the back one. So this one I'm going to tie off. You're going to do the exact same thing on the other legs, and just make sure you've mirrored them here. So this one will match the other one on the other side, and the same with the back one. So you just want to make sure that they align with each other.
And I will meet you back for part 3. This concludes part 2. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on part 3 of our Lynn the Ladybug tutorial. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.